Okay, so there we go, everybody. Today we are going to be trading on North Peak funded. If you didn't know already, I've been banned by FTMO, by Funded Next, and I've also been restricted on some of the other prop firms in terms of how I trade and also payouts. I have been also denied. So that's why, as I've said in the video, check out the main channel if you don't know already. That's why we are going to be trading on some of the no-name firms, and we're just going to give them a chance. Okay, I don't expect much. We're just going to be seeing whether or not it works or not. And yeah, so here we are. So first things first, what we got to do, I've already prepared a couple of different things, but we definitely 100% need to change the colors, okay, because these colors I don't like as much. So once again, if you're new to the channel, then yeah, I've been banned by a lot of the different platforms that I was trading with, and I'm just going to tell it to you briefly because a lot of the guys that are watching these videos, they already know what's up because they're following also the main channel. Because if you didn't know already, this is my second channel, just where I live trade and record it. But yeah, basically all of these bans, all of these restrictions, I'm just full of these prop firms. I've made a ton of money also with them, and they are a great opportunity, but man, I'm just disappointed. And so once again, I don't expect much, but we're just going to be seeing if it's worth trading that prop firm or, well, if it is going to be not so good. Okay, so how do we... I don't like the crosshair. Where do we change the crosshair? Symbol, canvas, grid color. I mean, we don't have a grid. Let's totally remove it. Ah, there it is. High price line. Yes, crosshair. Okay, there we go. So we are going to be check marking our entire trading plan. As you can see, we have the high time frame bias, the 15-minute range, the liquidity rate on the 1 minute, and then lastly the movement candle, which we're going to be taking a trade on then. So let's see how this goes. Let's go into the daily time frame and firstly ask ourselves, are we going for the high of that candle or are we going to go for the low of that candle? Also, let me change the color of that line. Let me put it black. Okay, there we go. For the higher time frame bias, I would like to look a little bit to the left. Do we have something nearby that we would like to trade into? Not really. I mean, the nearest sort of high could be this one. Yeah, it's going to be this one. And the reason why I still count this as a high is because on the 4-hour time frame, this is going to look something like that. Okay, like we have created a high. Very similar if you want it like this. And that's why. But I do believe that we could be trading onto the downside, because if you're going to be zooming in a little bit, then you're going to be noticing, wait, where do I select this? Let's put it as a favorite. Okay, so we are going to be having this entire imbalance. Okay, this is going to be a massive what? FVG, of course, and we'd like to trade into the imbalances. Okay, let me also put that into black because I don't really like how that looks. Still, we're also going to be doing it black. To be honest, no border. There we go. Okay, so this is going to be our FVG. We want to trade into it. And by the way, like, also it looks very similar to a trading view, I must say. Like, it also has this text coordinates. It's not too bad. Like, I've already looked into this entire terminal in here, and I was already surprised. But yeah, that's why we're also just trading it in here, because why not? Once again, I am open to give these prop firms a chance if they are good, but if they are bad, I'm the first guy, I'm telling you this, I am the first guy who is going to mention that in my Discord, on my main channel, everywhere, if it's going to be shit. Okay, so this is going to be our target. Basically, I would like to trade lower and not higher. Have we traded into the previous day high? Yes, we did. Now, if you're not familiar, we are going to go for the previous day high or for the previous day low 80% of the times. We have already gone for the previous day high, but I believe this could be more of a rare day where we are going to be continuing onto the downside after we have taken out the initial previous day high, as you can see. So that is sort of what I believe we're going to be doing, although there's a lower chance based on what we already have going on with the daily FVG. I do believe that we can take advantage of a little bit of a lower movement. And by the way, we're doing this on CFD, so Euro USD essentially. The reason for that is I've also explained to you the strategy that I use. It doesn't matter. It works on all instruments, whether that's going to be futures, gold, crypto, it doesn't matter. Okay, so 8:30, let's check that out. Okay, like it is not showing at the bottom here that's where we are currently right now, but I can tell that this is going to be, well, do we have a time? Let me just look at the time real quick. Okay, so we are already past 8:30. Let's go into the 1 minute time frame. Okay, there we can see we already did have, did we? No, we didn't have a liquidity rate yet. So at the very minimum, we would have to take out, man, what am I doing here? Let me remove this. Come on. So at the very minimum, what we have to do is take out that high, and then we want to see our movement candle. Now we have already identified our high time frame bias. And now we need to go on the 50-minute time frame and see where we want to trade. I was in my head already like 5 steps ahead, but we haven't even done the 50-minute range yet, which by the way, this is called the 50-minute range model. So for the range high, I can already count this one. For the range low, I would, to be honest, even say that it's going to be this one, because yes, you want to have some internally, but when you don't really have some internally, then that's the moment where you're just going to be having to take some more recent, such as in here, because you could also arguably say it's going to be that high, but no, you want to take something very recent. And if we're going to be taking these lows, well, then that is not going to be a range. Because ideally, as I've said a lot of times, okay, so the shortcut also works. No, I don't want to have this kind of level. Let me remove it too. Okay, so a bunch of settings that I just have to do in here. This is probably also going to be only for the very first time. Depending on if I'm going to just keep on doing the analysis in here or not, we're going to be putting that as a 0.5. No, 0.5. There we go. So yeah, your current price ideally is somewhere in the center of the range high and also the range low. It doesn't have to be necessarily right there, but you try to aim for it basically, okay? It is not a hard requirement, it is something that you try to aim for. Okay, we are already trading heavily onto the downside. The 50-minute range has also been identified. Now we go on to the 1 minute time frame, and unfortunately we did not have a liquidity rate yet. We are already trading lower into it. If we're going to be taking out that low, then I would be, okay, we have already taken out the low, then we're going to be reconsidering a little bit. It's not invalid or anything, but I would say that we're going to be potentially going for that no wick candle, as you can see. So this is a no wick candle. But if you really just solely want to go by the rules, then what would have to happen is that we need to take out a high liquidity rate and then movement candle. Okay, this is going to be your movement candle. Let me see what's going to be the entire target, because remember, we have this entire FVG that I've marked out right in here. That is pretty much going to be the final target, so there's still a lot of room for us to trade into, and so I'm not really too disappointed by all of that is going on, so that is going to be fine. So once again, I'm just going to be aiming to trade onto the downside, and I believe that all of this is right now just a continuation. You could arguably even take a small trade onto the upside, as this is going to be a scalp, but I wouldn't really recommend that. That would be more so the risky side of things. So from here on, it's really just waiting. I want to, you know, in very simple matters, I want, since this has already traded lower, I want a high that's going to be a swing high right there. I want that to be taken out, and then after we have taken it out, then I'm going to be saying, okay, now we have checked the liquidity rate in here, and then I want to see a big candle onto the downside. And then we're going to be checking our movement candle right there. That is going to be the plan, and from here it's really just waiting. So yeah, for you that is just going to be a cut. Okay, so right now we are starting to see some movement higher, and there it is. So that right there, what is that going to be? I'm going to be marking it out. That's going to be our liquidity rate, as you can see. So we're going to be checking that as well. Now it's really just about the movement candle. I really just want to see a strong candle onto the downside, and then we're going to be trading this lower. Right now, a lot of different people are going to get scared out. They believe that we're going to be trading onto the upside, because on the 1 minute, well, it looks like a very small uptrend, if you want to like this, okay? Like it's strong movement. But that is really just a pullback, okay? We are having our movement onto the downside the entire time. Of course, at some point or the other, we need to retrace, whether that's going to be the 50% or not, but we need to retrace. And then from here on, we could potentially take the sell lower into these lows. Or if we really want to push our luck, I mean, not even our luck, but our probabilities, then we want to trade all the way till that FVG, which is essentially right here. Okay, so only one more requirement, but for the guys that are new, this last requirement is going to be the one that is the longest amount of time. So whenever you're seeing something like this, let me go into the 1 minute time frame, then this takes the most amount of time, because as you can see, that is also going to be a candle that has heavily traded onto the downside, but we need a candle that is at least the size of this one. The reason why I'm saying at least, because previously I was like, okay, it has to be bigger than this one, but the thing is that candle is already like very big. Rarely we're going to be having a bigger candle than this one on the 1 minute time frame. I mean, yes, it happens, but that is pretty much all that you need, as you can see. Once we're going to be having a candle like that, bearish of course, so something like this kind of size, then we're going to be taking our sell lower. That's the plan here. That's not a movement candle. A movement candle has to be significant, okay? It has to be obvious, just like this one. This is going to be a movement candle. Now also, I have already traded a little bit on the account. I've taken like a very small loss. I have just tested out the waters basically, and yeah. Today we're probably going to be going for like a 2% risk, I believe. We're just going to be seeing, depending on the quality of the movement candle, this sort of stuff, but I do believe a 2% risk is going to be appropriate. It's also a high quality day. Not like the most ideal, not an A plus setup, but it's going to be fine enough. Okay, let's actually go on to the 3-minute time frame. Because sometimes when you have multiple different 1-minute candles that are going onto the downside, okay, so let's say you have 1 candle, 2 candles, 3 candles that are going lower and lower, then that is essentially just going to be one big candle on the 3-minute time frame, and then I'm still going to be taking a short onto the downside. But that is not the case. There's also no moving candle, especially when we're going to be comparing it with all of these. So yeah, back to the 1-minute time frame basically. Something realistic could be that we're going to be trading higher, taking out these 2 highs, and only then we're going to be seeing the movement lower. This is a possibility, which is also a possibility that we're just going to be continuing onto the downside, but that is like the lesser possibility. I do believe we're going to be trading higher, running these highs, and then we're going to be seeing our moving candle. So let's see if I was right or wrong. Okay, so there we go. Seems to be that I was right on this little move. We are trading onto the upside. Have taken on this time. So now from here on, I do expect the candle to come. Okay, we have not taken out that high, but very soon. Pretty confident here. Also, I have checked the spreads. The spreads are extremely tight. So if you're going to look at this, I have never seen this on any other prop firm. Maybe that is exactly the reason why they're doing this, because they are a no-name prop firm and they basically try to compete. Because I mean, why would somebody ever go for what is this called, North Peak, when there's FTMO, Funded Next, and all of these other firms? But once again, if they're not able to pay, then I don't care how big the name is, because after all, because see it this way, the prop firm can be very small, but if it pays me out, then that's all that I really care about. I care about nothing else. I don't look for necessarily what the website looks like. Okay, now of course, like if the website is shit, then it is shit, and I want something also nice, because that gives me the impression of professionalism, if you want to like this. But overall, I don't really care much. But when the prop firm is not paying me out, that's when I get mad. So yeah, maybe that's exactly the reason why they're doing these tight spreads, because they try to compete basically with other prop firms out there. And yeah, okay, this is going to be the movement candle. We can already see it. I'm going to be pulling up the trading panel. Okay, let me favorite both of these. And yeah, so the way that it's done, so how you're going to be taking a trade is quite interesting. So you're taking a trade based on the order that you're setting in here. Have you recently failed a prop firm challenge, but you know that you could keep the funded account and also get payouts if you just didn't have to go through the challenge phase? Well, you're not alone, because a lot of traders know how to keep funded accounts and also get payouts, but they're not able to pass the prop firm challenge. And that can have a lot of different reasons. Maybe it's going to be time, maybe it's going to be the rules of the prop firm challenge stressing you, but here's where I can help you. I'm going to pass your prop firm challenge in only 3 trading days, guaranteed. And if I'm not going to be able to succeed, you'll get all of your money back, including the fee that you paid the prop firm in order to get the challenge. For more info, the link to that is in the description down below. So this is going to be a market order. We're going to be risking 2%, and I will say let's just go. Okay, I mean, it's a lot of loss that we're taking here. It's also a very tight stop loss. If the spreads wouldn't be this clean, I would not take such a extreme stop loss, because this is very minimal. This is like barely 3 pips or something. Okay, so there we go. We're starting to see some movement. So once again, the final target would be the FAG, but that's, to be honest, not even needed. And we only need, we were in a little bit of a loss, like 300. We need, I believe it's like 8,300. So let's not push our luck further than we have to. And let's simply just go for, yeah, this is going to be enough, 8.2 pips. That's all that we really need. Okay, I just forgot, this is a 200k account, and in my head, since usually I only go for 100k accounts, and then if I want to get max allocated, I get another 100k account, we actually have to shoot for 16k, but we're not going to be doing that. Definitely won't be doing that. And that is also why I was at the start, I was also confused, like why does it say 3,800, but then I realized, okay, like that's a 200k account. I would say this target is going to stay like this. We don't really have to push it further. We're going for 142, 142.1. That is going to be quite respectable. We don't really need much more, and we would be pretty much halfway there if this is going to hit a take profit. So let's see, are we going to be able to hit a take profit or not? Most guys are just going to skip it. So right now we are having a little bit of movement onto the upside, reversing a little bit. I liked this entire candle. This was really smooth, just going lower and lower. If it would have stayed like this, that would be ideal. Right now we are starting to see a little bit of reversal, but I do believe this is really just internally. So yeah, I believe we have taken out the highs here. Now is the move lower. That is my understanding as of right now. There's a little bit of too much chop going on, then I would like to have it. I would just like to see lower prices, to be honest. Like, that's already enough. Come on. If we're going to be taking out those highs, that's okay. If let's just say we're going to be, I'm going to be annotating it. We're going to be trading higher, taking out that high, and let's just say have one more rally and then lower. That's the point where probably I'm going to be putting my SL right in here, right at, you know, on that high basically, because then I don't see a lot of reasons to trade higher once again. And you know, that's the plan for now at least. And that's how fast it can go. Like, I was literally watching or like looking at my phone for a minute or so, and boom, the price action has traded lower. Okay, so it didn't go as expected. I thought that we're going to be trading higher, taking all these highs and then lower. But any day of the week, man, I'm taking this rather than trading onto the upside again. So hopefully we can have the final push lower and then just get us out at a take profit. Currently we are sitting at 4K profit. So yeah, how has everybody's week been going so far? Trading on the Friday, at least like as I'm recording this video, that's on a Friday. And also let me set my timer here to New York local time. Okay, so at this point, stop at break even. There's no point in having it still at the top there. There's literally no reason. Even if we're going to be trading higher, and let's just say we're going to be trading into this FVG, then there should not be a reason why we should basically continue on to the upside. That's why I'm going to be counting on this FVG or also on this FVG. Okay, these are going to be the ones that are going to protect our position, and if they fail, well, then they fail, and we're going to be taken out at a break-even trade, which is unfortunate because we are already at so much profit. Okay, so we have traded into that first FVG, and now we are starting to see some rejection lower. That is basically what I was saying previously, but there's still a chance that we're going to be trading higher into that high, and then we're going to be trading into the second FVG, just like that. So very similar in here. We get a second, and then we are going to be finally having the move. But if this is going to look like that, so if we're going to be trading higher, taking out that high, and trading into this FVG, and then having one more push lower, then I'm probably going to set my entire take profit lower, because then the market is clearly showing you, okay, I have retested this level 100 different times. We have traded also in here, taken out all of these, basically had a little bit of a consolidation going on. Yes, we have not taken out all of these highs initially, but still. And yeah, that is just basically a sign for me that I'm going to be increasing my take profit. But as of right now, you can see we're still trading lower, so no need to hallucinate on this one. Let's see, can we hit a take profit soon? Yes, just a little bit left. There we go. Take profit has been hit. That's exactly how we're doing it. This is, oh man, that's how we're doing it, man. Okay, so now we're just going to be journaling the trade as usual, and I forgot to take the movement counter here, so that's one thing, but that is going to be fine. And now, as usual, guys, we're going to be journaling our trade. Nothing new, nothing crazy, the usual. We're doing our homework. Let me decrease this. This is Beyond Journal, my personal journal that I like to use. The link to that is in the description down below. We're going to be copying all of the things in here. I mean, it's just like TradingView, to be honest. So this was the stop loss. This was the take profit. This was Euro USD, perfect. This was a, yeah, one for 2.1. The confidence level, I would say a 4. This was not a 5 because of the FEG. If, let's just say we haven't taken out the previous day high already, then this will be a clear sign for me, okay, we are definitely going to be trading lower, but we have already taken out that previous day high, and that's why I believe this deserves a 4 instead of a 5. So the lot size on this one, let me check it out, orders history. Yeah, so there you go. I've already taken a couple of trades here. This was volume 100. Damn, this was 100. Let me mark out. This was ATP. We have also taken a short in here. This is closed. The setup was the 50-minute range model. There we go. The time frame was 1 minute. Briefly, we also looked at the 3-minute actually. 50-minute as usual, and the daily. This goes to the, no, this is actually not going to be the $100 account. We need to create a new journal. Okay, let me do that real quick for you. This is just going to be a cut for you guys. Okay, I'm also going to be naming it based on the account number. So this is going to be 523 zeros and then 2. That's going to be a prop, and the account size is 200k. Wait, 200 and then 1, 2, 3. Okay, that was 2 million. There we go. So create the journal. Now we go to our dashboard. We're going to be selecting this one. Log in our very first trade. Okay, I'm just going to be doing this again. I don't know, depending on if I have cut it or not, you can still see this Okay, my journal is so good. Like some things of my journal I don't even know because I haven't coded it. I've just invested the money into the guys that are building the prop firm. So yeah, but I'm still owning it and so on and so on. And past take profit we're not going to be including as of right now. So this was taken today, of course, and let me maximize this. This was taken on 15.05, and then it has ended at bless me, guys. It has ended at 35 approximately. So let's just put it to 35. There we go. So let's take a screenshot of the 1 minute time frame firstly. And also let me take a screenshot of the daily time frame. And into the notes, I'm going to be saying the previous day I has already been taken out. But because of the large FEG on the daily time frame, I was willing to still trade lower, even though it has a lower probability. And then let's also include it, that's the reason I gave it a 4 out of 5 and not 5 out of 5. Okay, so there we go. That's pretty much it. We have journaled our trade. That is essentially the homework of a trader. Let's check up on everything. What went wrong? Nothing, I would say. Okay, log and trade. There we go. So this is going to be our very first trade for this entire challenge. I'm probably also going to be summarizing it to have like the entire challenge with phase 1 and also phase 2. And as you can see, this is going to be our trade right in here. This is going to be the overview tab. Let's put it a little bit more compact. Okay, we just have like one trade. That's why it's so zoomed in. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Now, if you're interested, if you want your prop firm to be passed by me, then I'm going to be doing it in 3 trading days. Let me quickly show it to you. You can go on the website. I cannot send in links into this specific channel because for some reason it gave me restrictions. YouTube, it's just a YouTube thing, what can I say? But basically you can go into the description and there you're going to get to this website. You can also see the link right in here, beyondpass.starbeyondthesky.com, and there you can select an account size, and I'm going to be passing it for you in 3 trading days. You can also select a payout amount that you can set up. And yeah, that is basically for somebody that already believes they have a profitable strategy and they do think that they can, or believe they're able to get payouts from it, but they're not able to pass a prop firm challenge. I also have a lot of different testimonials who have already asked me to pass their prop firm challenge, and yeah, everything is linked down below. And for more infos for this specific strategy, it is actually for free. I've already shared it for free on my main channel. You can check it out, and the video for that is on the screen shown right now. So make sure to click on this video that is right in here, right here, okay? Make sure to click on it. It's going to explain to you the full strategy, the full breakdown of everything that we have just done, but in a very simple manner. Thank you guys for watching, and for this matter, I would say as usual, make sure to trade based off data and not guesses.